We can draw lines in AutoCAD in a number of different ways. One of the ways of drawing lines in AutoCAD is using the coordinates. Now I have a known coordinate on this drawing and it's 500, 500. So it's x equals 500 and y equals 500. Now what we're going to do, we're going to make sure we're in our 2D drafting and annotation workspace. We're going to click on the Home tab there and make sure that we use the line command there on the Draw panel and come into the drawing area. Now you'll notice there's a rather jerky action to the crosshair. That's because on the status bar I have got here Snap and Grid switched on. Now we need to specify the first point of our line. We're going to type 500 there in the X coordinate box, then press the tab or the comma key and type 500 again in the Y coordinate box and press enter. Now you'll notice our line starts from the bottom point there. Can you see that? Bottom left there? Now, the benefit we have here is that Snap and Grid are on. I don't need to worry about that other point. You'll notice I've got object snaps down here on the status bar switched off. I'm using Snap and Grid to get to the other end of that other yellow dashed line section there, and I'm going to left click. So there's my red line, and that's the first part of the gasket that I'm going to create. So I press enter there to finish the line command. Now the benefit you have with AutoCAD is if I press the spacebar or the enter key now, it will repeat the line command. So if I press enter there, it's asking to specify the first point. Now because I'm on the Snap and the Grid, I can go up here, I can click there, I don't even need to put a coordinate in, and I can click there, and then press enter to confirm. So we've used Snap and Grid, we've used coordinate, followed by Snap and Grid. Now, is our Snap and Grid going to help us here? No, we can't get to the endpoints of these dashed lines because of the Snap and Grid settings. So let's do a different way. Let's go down to the status bar. I'm going to switch off Snap and I'm going to switch off Grid. Now, we're completely freehand now. You can see the crosshair movement, much smoother, much easier. We're going to switch our object snaps on here. So we click on object snaps, right click over object snap and just check that your endpoint snap is on. Now you can see there the ones with the blue squares around them. That indicates which snaps are on and are currently your running object snaps. Endpoint has got a blue square around it, so it's on. So move the pointer away from the menu and click once in the drawing. Press escape if any prompts come up. Now we go back to the line command here up on the ribbon, and what we do now, we hover over the end of this line here. As you can see there, endpoint snap appears, left click. You are now snapped exactly to that end. Now, let's have a look at the dynamic input there. You can see that it gives you a distance and an angle. Now, if I come down and get to there, you can see that that angle is 90 degrees and that distance is 300. So I could actually input 390 degrees. How do I toggle between the angle and the distance though? Well, you use your tab key again. Tab to 90. Tab back to 300 there. So if I type 300 in that box there and then tab there to 90 like that and press enter, you can see it draws that line. Now I didn't need that object snap there because I knew exactly the distance and the angle. Really though, in a proper working environment, I should have snapped to that other endpoint of that line. Always, always, always use object snaps for accuracy. You never know, that yellow line might not be exactly in the right place. Press enter to finish the line command. Press enter again now to repeat the line command. And we're going to do the last one in the way that I just specified. So it's endpoint snap, left click. Endpoint snap, left click. And enter to finish. And you can now see our gasket beginning to take shape using the line command.